I tell you something. This has been quite an evening. I have really had to have the determination to complete this particular assignment. It's an assignment from Dr. Sonja, and it was a very simple assignment. And I'm very good in technology, but for whatever the reason, Facebook and I was having a fight, and that was really very, very sad. But don't worry. I'm going to master it because I'm coming through a back door right now. I'm going live via StreamYard and backing into the Facebook page. Ugh, shame, shame, shame. Simplest distance between 2 points is a straight line, not a circle. Most people didn't get that. Anyway, hi everyone. My name is NJ or Natalie J Evans, and I am a speaker, a coach, and an author. And the reason why I'm sitting here today and speaking with you is because I understand your particular journey, especially if you're a woman of color, you're 45 or more, you have a small business, which means less than 20 people, and you are embarking upon a new journey. It might be a new career for you, but you're going into the business world as an entrepreneur or as an LLC. Now, here's the thing. What you need to be able to do is understand that there's a media, and the media is very important. And you have to bring it close to you as you build your business. Hence the reason why I'm here. But however, let me explain the media trip for you. I um I'm from New York City, and I had an experience in New York City where I was one of 25. Well, let's do it like this. 25 people were selected out of 300 to become involved with a program known as the Model Cities program. And it was a phenomenal program, phenomenal. But I happened to have been one of the 25 that was not selected to go on after the completion of the course. I was actually blacklisted. And blacklisted in the number one job market is not a pretty sight, it's a very bad sight. Plus, I had a different story that I was walking with. At 17, I graduated from high school. 18, I become involved, become pregnant, get married, have a daughter. At 19, I'm divorced. That was quick. So by 20, I'm now sitting inside the Model Cities program at Brooklyn College, which is called Television and Radio Productions. But I tell you something, it was exhilarating. It was just full of energy and so much fun and joy and laughter and fine creativity. But here's the thing, not only was it that, I also had to make sure that I had a career because I now had a child and it was me and her against the world. And that's the way I went. I journeyed like that. So I bring that to you because I didn't want you to have the misnomer that here it is. I come from Queens when I don't. I come from Manhattan and then grew up in Brooklyn. And so there's a totally different atmosphere. But I was able to, because of one first mentor, stay in my industry. He showed me how to stay there and not only survive, but thrive. So when everybody else was going off to different journeys, Sesame Street and everything else, I went down to NYU and began auditing a broadcast journalism class. And that broadcast journalism class filled in the spots where the class that I was in initially at Brooklyn College didn't have. So I was writing the news, I was speaking the news on the air, I was doing voiceover work. I became an on air personality in quotation marks in the number one job market. However, though, to market myself, I had to actually go into the educational component. I call that the back door. And the reason why I say that to you is because the front door was nepotism. I didn't know anybody in the industry. I just knew the people that I met when I came through that particular course, and naturally, they weren't available. And that's okay because the student teacher was who became a full fledged professor at New York University, where I audited quite a few classes. And I also became introduced to my own city, which is New York. And I laugh because I used to always go in the village, but this aspect of the village where all the artists and all the enthusiasm, I never knew existed. I was on the music side. So I was saying, this is phenomenal. But I was able to use my talents and my skill sets now. That's the key. because that was going to walk with me for the rest of my career. So I have 45 years of experience in media, all aspects. I also have the educational component because I began making my money by writing programs and creating courses and teaching it to young people. And that was my entrance into becoming an entrepreneur because I had these little girls. I had to be able to be flexible enough to go to schools for them, take people out of trouble, make sure I explain to the teacher, well, didn't do the homework, period. Okay, let's work on that. But I say that to you because there are times when you want to quit. And that was exactly what was happening with me. And what I had decided to do was I wasn't going to quit, but I was also going to return something. There's a thing where I don't know if you do it, but I know a few people that do. And that is when you get into a certain kind of challenge in life, you say, God, if you help me to get out of this, I promise you, I will do the following, whatever that is. So that's what I was saying. If you help me to get out of this one, I promise I will bring it back. I'll pay it forward. And hence the reason why I created so many different programs for young people and for adults, and also worked from the educational aspect. Even though I was bringing it into the mainstream, I went through the educational component because I found out that that was more of my crowd, my group, my audience, because I wanted to explain to them the beauty, the sincere beauty of journalism, the sincere beauty of broadcast journalism, if you know how to do it right. So I'm offering this particular opportunity to you if you are so interested and if you think that we can gel. And I'm not for everybody because I'm definitely a person who's very disciplined in whatever it is I do. So naturally, I expect everybody else to be that way too. I promise I wouldn't be as hard on you as I was with my children. So I want you to know that I'm coming to you to say to you, I'm a public speaker. I have products that I have created. I've definitely created course outlines. I've used them in quite a few different places. And I wanted to introduce that to you because we're in 2024. You got to be able to know how to approach the media. And then I have a bonus gift, and the bonus gift is a one on one introduction to cybersecurity, which is something else that you're going to need to know. So I'm offering this in my particular package, and I'm saying to you, if you're interested in really picking yourself up at the bootstraps and moving yourself forward and knowing that you got this and you're not struggling anymore, that you are going to live and fly, then I say join me. Definitely join me. My name is Natalie J. Evans. I am a speaker, a coach, and an author. I look forward to seeing you very soon. You have a great day. Ciao.